People are rejoicing that the statutory allocation meant for their state is being cut off. So their intention is not the welfare of the Rivers people, because they are the ones that will be affected. Their intention is, once it satisfies their quest for power and resources, if the Rivers people want to go and die, they can go and die. I was really ashamed, because this is like the woman who went to King Solomon and told King Solomon to divide the child. Let her take one part, let the other woman take one part, because it's not her child. She knows that the child will die. So if Rivers State dies, provided they get their own part of the cake, they don't mind. That's why they can unashamedly be rejoicing.
Thank you so much. I welcome you to Politics Today. I'm your brother, Great. I want the human family to take a look at the irresponsible position of Wike on the Supreme Court ruling. You see, if somebody is singing like a parrot, how can 3 people make law for the state? How can 3 people be this, be doing that? How can 3 people screen commissioners? How can 3 people look at the budget, approve the budget? How can 3 people be doing this? How can 3 people be doing that? You see, it's as if Simfobra was the one who said he will only work with 3 lawmakers. You will leave the issue, you start chasing shadow. 27 lawmakers defected. The remaining lawmakers have to continue with the legislative duties. It is not the 3 lawmakers that said INEC should not immediately conduct by-election in the affected constituencies, so that the setup assembly will have a full house. It's not Simfobra that stopped INEC from conducting by-election. So that is the situation the state found themselves, that 27 lawmakers defected and lost their seat in line with the provisions of the Constitution.
Secretary Wike has commended the Supreme Court's ruling, which nullified the recent local government elections in Rivers State and upheld the legitimacy of the 27-member Martin Amewule-led State Assembly.
Supreme Court has made it very clear that you cannot have a democracy without a legislature. The Supreme Court has made it clear, cannot say that the government without the legislature. It is unheard of where anybody will say 3 people will constitute an assembly to make laws for the entire state. It's unheard of. It has nothing to do with any individual, whether you like this person's face or not. But it is what is important is that can 3 people make law for a state?
You see, it is that issue of defection. Nyesom Wike and his co-conspirators, including some judicial officers, they don't want to think about it. They don't even want to present it as something that ever happened. Nyesom Wike labored childishly to create the impression that 27 lawmakers never defected. Some judicial officers have been compromised at all levels to stupidly present that these people never defected. That's why it's as if the judiciary is playing hide and seek when it comes to the defection, issues bordering on the defection. These are the matters they should have determined long ago. That's the first, the case they should give priority to. But they will not. They will look at other things running around the circle. But that is the bottom line, that defection. We are wasting our time thinking that there's anything we can do to create the impression that 27 lawmakers never defected. We are wasting our time. The truth is known. They defected from PDP to APC and they lost their seat. The only reason the federal might is still supporting them is because they moved from PDP to APC. Had it been they moved from APC to PDP, by-election would have been conducted in the affected constituencies. Who is fooling who? So Nyesom Wike Bodo says, grow up, tell people the truth. It's not sinful brother said, I will not work with these people, I will only work with 3. It's not sinful brother. It's not from brother stop by election from holding. It's not sinful brother. Those people defected and their seats were declared vacant according to the provisions of the law. Any argument to the contrary that they never defected or there is no evidence that they defected is childishness of the highest order. You don't look for mirror so that you can take a look at what you are holding in your hand. It is not done. Asking for mirror to enable you to take a look at what you are holding in your hand, it doesn't make sense. Nyesom Wike, 27 lawmakers defected from PDP to APC and they lost their seats. That's the situation Rivers State found themselves. And so they have only 3 lawmakers remaining to carry out the legislative duties. That is the reality on ground. Present the truth to the people and stop whipping up sentiment, painting the governor sinful black as if they are lawmakers he does not want to work with. That's not true. And these are the lies the judiciary decided to run with, section of them who want to be compromised. They know the truth, and the Nigerian people are standing by the truth. And as Dele Ferotimi said, truth is both a shield and a sword. God will continue to give us the grace to speak truth to power. Nyesom Wike, please grow up and put the interests of river people far and above your own interest.